easier. Let's see, is there a way to get the fancy countdown clock started? Or I could use the one on my phone if that is not an easy start. Oh, whoa.
Going up, 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 up. I don't know, I project.
Actually, we're kind of loud without them. Is this the right, are we at a good volume here, or?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll try to not get too close then for that. Perfect. All right, so we're very excited to be here with you today. For anyone who hasn't met us before, we'll do a handful of quick introductions and see if my magic clicker works. I swear it just did.
Tested.
I promise I literally just tested this.
Tested yours?
There we go. So my name is Emily. I am our marketing communications lead for our Action Brands fan portfolio. And I am excited to announce that this is the first time in 5 years where I have not used that blonde picture of me with Pumpkin Ranger from when I was on Power Rangers. But I have not been a blonde for 2 years, so I thought it was time. Perfect. I know. Very important update for everybody else. Jesus, that is loud. All right. Better. Okay, down. All right, Lenny.
Hi, I'm Lenny. I'm the principal designer on G.I. Joe Classified.
Hi, I'm Evan, designer on Transformers.
Hello guys, I'm Dwight. I look more and more like this every year, and I am the designer for Marvel Legends.
And I'm Chris, designer on Star Wars.
Wow. Big Chris contingency in the audience today.
I want more than 10 minutes.
Chris Con.
So we have some new reveals for you guys today across all 4 of the brands. We're going to do a little bit of a recap because we just did a bunch of announcements at New York Comic Con as well. And then next week we'll be at Luca Comics and Games, so the nudes will kind of keep on rolling through all of these events. So we're going to roughly try to do about 10 minutes per brand, which gives you 5 minutes for Tron based on that counter. I will try to keep track. And we are incredibly good at getting on tangents, so we will try to keep those to
We love
a...
tangents.
We do. Oh God, do we ever. Should see our outtakes when we film things. All right, so starting right along. Nope, clicker. All right, where do you want me to point, little bud? There we go. Starting it off with G.I. Joe Classified Series. Since the last time you saw our team at New York Comic Con, we had an encore version of our Cold Slither concert that we did in conjunction with RPM, and this was after the show. Gerardo, who runs RPM for us, I think my mic might be doing, yeah, no, I don't like that. There we go. Oh, nope.
Nope.
Did everybody else hear that feedback, or is it just me? All right, I'll just keep this down here. So our encore concert was at the Gramercy Theater at New York Comic Con. It was absolutely incredible. This, I was surprised by this in my camera reel last night. Gerardo sent it when I was not paying attention. It was amazing. Thank you to everybody for helping to bring that together. And then on our first day of New York Comic Con, we had a G.I. Joe fan come up to us and ask Lenny, Tony, and I to recreate the artwork that was in... Better? No. Good. We like this? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. And asked us to recreate the artwork for the Crimson Strike team pack that was a convention exclusive a couple years ago. So then came back 2 days later with the picture of us inside of his Chuckles briefcase.
With 3D printed money.
Yes, with 3D printed money. It was
gold.
It was amazing. So just thought that you would enjoy that. All right. Point. There we go. So just as a quick recap, our fall convention exclusive. Oh, we have notes for this. BMAC writes us notes. He's wonderful. This one says, Pythona is our fall convention exclusive, available in our stand right now.
Yeah, you can come check it out. She's in our stand. We got her posed out. She's taking out some G.I. Joe green shirts. If you guys know those are G.I. Joe troopers.
Let's see, we've got some pretty pictures for her, except, come on, buddy. There we go.
Yeah. So you guys can see her here. She's posed out with her cloak on. The cloak is printed to look like a lizard skin because she uses biotech to infiltrate the Terradrome. She's also got some cool biotech gross creature weapons that she uses to take out Cobra troopers because they're taking over Cobra because Cobra Commander's incompetent. So Python is coming to take over and run the evil organization. So here she is with all of her gear and her cool like disc blade weapons.
She looks pretty competent to me.
She doesn't mess around.
So now we'll get into a couple of new things. So let's talk retro card backs. So name reveal just a couple of weeks ago. Here is your kind of first render look at our female Crimson Guard.
Yep, she's coming out awesome. We're really excited. We're actually gonna be, should I say it?
No, I mean,
No,
you
not
want
yet.
to give it 4 slots?
No, I'll give it a couple slides. But this figure's coming out awesome. We're always excited to get new versions of figures, and the Crimson Guards are a staple for G.I. Joe, so now we're having the female version, which is really cool, which has never been created before. So it's awesome to build out your ranks that way. And she's kitted out, as you guys can see, with all of her gear. She's got her sword sheath, she's got her machete, her M16. This figure's awesome, and I can't wait for people to see it in reality.
So if you were paying attention to those name-only reveals at New York Comic Con, you should know who is up next, but that would be Crazy Legs in his, as Ben's note says, glorious, parenthesis, sarcastic, parenthesis, red and gray color scheme.
I think that was meant to invoke your voice.
Oh, I think it was.
Yeah.
BMAC will write us notes when he isn't able to be here with us, and he writes them in my voice.
Yeah,
It's
he's
one
pretty
of-
good at it.
We spend a lot of time together. Our desks are right next to each other, and so he has a pretty good idea.
Channels.
Like,
He channels you.
He channels
Yeah.
me, which is really nice.
Yeah, enough about BMAC.
Yeah.
How about Crazy
How
Legs?
about Crazy Legs? So if you didn't get a Dragonfly, here is your chance to add Crazy Legs to your collection.
Yeah, and he's done in the classic colors, if you guys remember. So the bright red, because, you know, jumping out of a plane, you want everybody to see you, I guess. But he comes with removable goggles. He has a removable blade, pistol, as well as SMG. And the SMG stock folds back. It's a really cool feature. We're just excited to get him in the line. And whenever we get the classic figures in there, I think it's always exciting to kind of harken back to the retro feel.
Yep. But that's not all. Look at Zap, another member of the original 13.
Yeah, we're getting closer to finishing the original 13, which is always fun. We love getting able to complete those collections, and you had to get Zap in there, the original Bazooka Trooper. As you guys can see, he has his bazooka, his XMLR, that's a G.I. Joe laser gun, as well as swappable fists. He's got his pistol, and the rockets actually go in the bazooka, and of course his helmet is wearable. So really cool figure, super kitted out. Again, always fun to do a green shirt, really harken to the retro stuff. Oh, really? That's awesome. Well, Chris? Awesome. Yeah, we're gonna hook you up. We'll get you, yeah, maybe I can get you a free one, I don't know.
But great news, that's not all. That's right, these are gonna go up for pre-order and be on display in the booth later today.
And there they are, they're molded glory.
Beautiful.
I almost jumped the gun earlier.
No, but that's okay, you were excited.
I
it.
get pumped.
You
I can't control myself.
It's okay. We have another set of pictures. Let's see. This remote it has feelings, and I don't know how to make it
The
have
AI is
happier
rebelling against you.
feelings. It's just a button.
Give it like a side? What? You never done that before? Yeah. It's probably not good for you.
Let's see. All right. I'll do a direct point back there. So here she is with some more accessories.
Want me to hold your mic? There you go.
Thank you. Good teamwork. Yeah, it
Yes.
is.
They're
Yeah,
all
I
our
think
first
so.
panel. Yes.
It's part of the fun. Well, we don't usually juggle iPads while we do this too, so there's a lot of things happening right now. Ah, beautiful. Look, Crazy Legs.
Yes, you can see him bright and clear.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's a.
Loud and clear. He's yelling about it the whole way down.
Is he yelling about his outfit or something else?
If you know the lore, he's known for being a bit of a loudmouth crazy person,
Okay.
hence the name Crazy Legs.
Yeah.
So that's why we went with the crazy face.
I assumed that had something to do with his legs and not what he was saying.
Just kind of kicking the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. I think that sounds like fun. This note says, "This is a very classic look."
Nailed it, D-Mac.
Thank you. If I just start yelling next slide, would you mind hitting next slide for me? Thank you. All right, everybody, audible next slides for when you'd like the next slide to go. Oh, look, I can hold my microphone now. Perfect. All right, and then up next for next slide, please and thank you. Ah, beautiful. Check out that bazooka.
Oh yeah, yeah. Pose is great. We try to always give you guys the pose that they have the old school figure, so we're always designing them to do the old card art pose.
Oh no, we're so close to our time now. Next slide, please. Pretty pictures. Next slide. Oh shoot, except I missed, you can leave it here, it's fine. Great news, all 3 of these figures will be available for pre-order on Tuesday, November 4th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So in theory, depending on how the time change here works out versus the time change in the States, it's either going to be 6 p.m. GMT or like 7 p.m. GMT.
I'm another country. I have no idea.
Okay. So be sure to make sure to pre-order these G.I. Joes from HasbroPulse.com or your favorite fan retailers wherever fine toys are sold. So moving on, let's talk about the Arctic Hiss. Next slide, please.
It's gonna get cold in here.
Yeah, it is. So you've been looking at this all weekend over at our stand, but I want to take a second and highlight our first open pre-order item for G.I. Joe. Emily, insert chatter here. So for those of you who hadn't seen this before, we are so excited. We are going to be doing our first, what we're kind of calling a made-to-order pre-order on our Arctic Hiss tank. So we knew when we were doing the original Hiss tank HasLab that there are so many iterations of the Hiss tank that if we said we'd never be able to do another Hiss tank, then that would be
Be crime.
it would be a disappointment for your collections. So the way that
Crime.
this is going, so the way that this will work is you will have a 30-day window, and if you put in an order during that window, we will essentially make these to order for you. So because this is such a cool item, we want to make sure that everybody who wants one is able to get one. But other than that, it functions exactly like a regular pre-order. Your card will not get charged if you order through when you order through Hasbro Pulse until it actually ships out at the end of, so right before it is, it'll charge you just like regular pre-orders do at the end of the cycle, not like a HasLab. So just like the Apocalypse campaign is being run for Marvel right now. So we'll give you more information about this a little bit later in the year, but we are really, really excited. Come and check out this model at the booth. Next slide, please. We're just going to flash this again for anyone who may have missed this from our New York Comic Con panel. More to come on what this is, but it will be revealed in early 2026. Come up to the booth and tell Lenny what you think your guess is.
It's not easy, I'll say that.
And then we are going to literally speed run our way through the name-only reveals so that Evan has time to chat about Transformers. Next slide.
And go.
And, all right, speed run. Next slide. Great news! We are making it official and finishing Slaughter's Renegades with Taurus and Red Dog. And Ben's note says, all I'm going to say is that Taurus's beard is magnificent. Perfect.
He starts the curls.
That's important. We're doing a really bad job of speed running this.
Yes, we are.
Next slide, please. Ooh, Hydro Vipers. This Cobra Troop builder will be joining Mainline in 2026. And yes, they have their iconic knife. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Thank you. Perfect. Next slide. Ooh, Zania.
That's right.
Ooh, Zartan's daughter is joining Classified in 2026. But it's not
Nice.
just her, right? There's more to reveal. Lots of big news in 2026. Regardless, we're very excited to add another female Dreadlock to your collection next year. And one more that I know we have gotten a shocking number of requests for.
Because he's one of the coolest versions of him.
Because he's one of the coolest versions of him. Next slide, please. That's right.
Nothing says a disguise.
Ninja Force Zartan with his bright orange mohawk.
And he's a ninja.
Lime green outfit. Yeah, no, he's gonna sneak everywhere.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
perfect. And then Ben Snow says, we're gonna need some Ninja Force Joes, right? Guess we'll just have to wait and see on them.
You hear his chains when he's sneaking around?
Oh, he's the worst ninja ever. Just incredible. So on that note, next slide, please. Thank you so much for sticking around for our G.I. Joe reveals today. Again, those pre-orders will be going live on November 4th on HasbroPulse.com and wherever fine toys are sold. Arctic Hiss campaign will be exclusively on HasbroPulse. Nope, I am so sorry. Is it HasbroPulse.com/UK or HasbroPulse.com.co.uk? Okay, you guys know how to get to the Hasbro Pulse website. You're all smart.
And scan the
Thank
QR
you.
codes in our booth.
Perfect.
Nice save, Evan.
Thank you. Good save. Next slide, please.
I thought you were paying attention.
Perfect. That was our closeout. Next slide to kick off Transformers. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Evan.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to speed run this to the reveals. I thought maybe I was going to have a table up here because I brought them with me. They'll be on display in the booth afterwards, and I'm going to be using Lenny's hands here to help me display some stuff here in a moment.
And we'll do a wheel.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much. Please go to the next slide. So, this is going to be a very quick catch-up. Everything that we're going to be showing right now that isn't the reveals is available down at our booth right now, so you can come check it out. So, very quickly, this is what we revealed at San Diego Comic-Con and also at New York Comic-Con when we went through this again for some reason. So, next
Just a
slide, please.
recap.
Yeah, oh, okay. All the recap, sure. So, I am covering for Mark because he is on paternity leave right now, celebrating the birth of his two wonderful kids, and he will be back in January, so please be on the lookout for them. Hopefully he'll be recharged, but I imagine he will be exhausted. Okay, people with children can confirm. Okay.
He will never be recharged.
All right, so Deluxe Wave 1 2026, we have Sure Shot, who comes with his Target Master Spoil Sport. We have Blast Off, the second of the Combaticons that forms one of the arms that maybe we'll be showing a little bit later. We have Jalopy, who is an original Junkion that is also like a weaponizer, so you can rip them apart and swap them with any of our other weaponizers. We have the wonderful Quick Strike, which everybody has been waiting for a long time from Beast Wars. Obviously, 2026 is a very big year for Beast Wars celebration, just to make us remember how old we are. It's great. And then we have Quintus Prime, who was one of the 13 primes. We only have a few left. As I've joked before, we always call him a mysterious jellyfish because that was what Kunihiro-san wanted to embody when he was working on this design. And I think he captured it. Good job. Thank you. Next slide, please. Moving on to Voyager, we have Brawl, obviously the big chunky tank that's going to be forming a foot. And then we have Wreck-Gar. So this is the animated Wreck-Gar that was voiced by Weird Al in the cartoon and Transformers Animated. So that is why it turns into a dump truck and a garbage truck. And he also has his scissors accessories because he's always running with scissors. Please don't do that. And moving on, we have Amalgamus Prime, who was the Prime that was supposed to essentially have an infinite number of alt modes. So what the heck do you do to make that into a toy? You make him a weaponizer. We are only showing one of his alt modes, but you can literally pull apart all of his pieces, rearrange them however you like, and create unique combinations. We love seeing that posted online. Everybody loves like our weaponizers and building with them, and we love seeing it. So please continue to do that. Next slide, please. Now we're moving on to Leader. We have our wonderful redeco that everybody expected, Razor Claw with the black and the purple. I think that is a deco scheme that goes as hard as it will always go, and we will always do them. And then of course we have the big convoy. We did Magmatron a couple of years ago, so we had to make sure to get his rivals out there from Beast Wars Neo. He turns into a wonderful woolly mammoth, and Mark and Tomo-san worked very hard on this one, and he just turned out fantastic. He has pretty much, I believe, every feature that the original figure had. He has his Tonfas, he has his Mammoth Hakken, he has his, the Big Ken, and please pop on down to the booth to check it out. We've tried to gear him up with everything he can do, and his chest opens up and he has a matrix on the inside. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is what everybody's been waiting for. And I don't actually think we have another image, so I'm going to be pulling out the toy here. And then please pop on to our booth afterwards and you'll be able to get a better picture. But here we have Commander Onslaught of the Combaticons. So, Lenny. Oh, which one? We're so excited. Okay. No, it's okay. You got this. Okay, so we're going to start with the alt mode right here. He's a very long bot, as you can see right here in his alt mode. He still turns into his anti-aircraft truck, and essentially, if you wouldn't mind, yep, perfect. So, he still does use the frame system. So what you're seeing right now is the alt mode right there. So that is the truck that actually turns into Onslaught, and then this rest turns into the frame. Let me just move over here. What you're seeing right now. Yes, we only have so few of these. So, yeah, that is the wonderful robot mode. So, so Mark and Hisui-san worked very hard on this, and they were able to put in his little backpack cannons that are actually built into the, I believe you guys call it the bonnet of the car here. We call it, what do we call it? Thank you. Thank you. And the rest of his frame actually does turn into the launcher platform that the original toy could do, and he can actually man it in the back. So we'll be putting this on display down in the cases after this convention, or after this panel. So please pop on down and check it out. We will not be showing you the combined mode just yet. I actually got a note from my other marketer who said, please save that for a little bit. So we will be showing that at another convention in a month or two. I apologize, but we can at least show you the robot mode and the alt mode for right now. So please be patient with us, and next slide, please. All right, moving on to Studio Series. The stuff that I can talk endlessly about because this is the stuff I actually work on. Next slide, please. So, Yes, and we've got these two left. Okay, so we have Deluxe TF1 Arachnid. Everybody has been waiting for this figure. It turned out to be a wonderful piece of engineering from Majima-san. Like, she's just fantastic. Please come check her out. We have our TF5 Barricade, which I think everybody's been waiting for us to dip into the more of the Last Night stuff, and I'm happy to comply. And then obviously we have Wind Charger. As I have stated, if the body appeared in the film, I'm going to make an 86 toy of it. So here we go, alive or dead, we have Wind Charger. Next slide, please. Your first Transformer. So what about? Yeah. Okay. So when Dwight goes, is there going to be a first Marvel figure too? Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So Voyager, we have our TF1 Alpha Trion. We wanted to make sure he was very big in the movie, and so we wanted to make sure to put him in a Voyager class to make him big and bulky, and also make sure that we could get in all of those like rust and grime details that they had when they found him in the movie. So yeah, we did a pretty good job with it. I think he looks pretty cool. Thank you, thank you. And moving on, of course, to the 86 Thundercracker. This is the secret mold that everybody's been super excited about. I guarantee you he will come in every flavor, every color you could ever hope for. So just please be patient with us and we will make sure to get that out there. Moving on to Leader, next slide, please. We have our TF5 Nemesis Prime when he goes dark and evil with the little paint stripe down his head. So he has new forearms, he has a new blaster shotgun, and he also has this little knife blade that he uses to threaten Bumblebee with. Yeah, I know, right? I'm sorry, spoilers. Spoilers for a 10-year-old movie. He still is obviously a partial of the Optimus Prime that we did previously, so his conversion is very much the same, but he's a fantastic figure. We wanted to make sure to get him out there at the same time that we're releasing our Titan Grimlock because he can sit on top of him and ride him, and it looks very cool, and we have that on display. And then, of course, we have our 86 Soundwave. We wanted to make sure that we bulked him up, made him a little bit bigger so that he stands toe-to-toe with Blaster. It really helped his proportions, and he comes with his 3 cassettes, Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, and Ravage. We actually have an EP1 model of this on display that everybody's been calling McWave because it's yellow and red. So if you would like to come down and check that out and play with it, please pop by our booth. Next slide, please. And of course, Titan Grimlock. We were hoping to have a painted sample for this, but kind of got delayed in shipping. Hopefully we'll have photos of that coming in a month or two, but you can come on down and see the gray models. It's a very impressive piece. We're very happy to do it. And Nate and everybody else has confirmed our next Titans are all going to be the other Dinobots. So for the next couple of years, it's going to be Titan Dinobots. So please be excited about that. Thank you. Next slide, please. And of course, so slightly getting into new reveals, but just a refresher, we have announced the next part of Timelines where we are going feudal Japan, essentially. Next slide, please. So, we have shown off previously that we have Optimus Prime and Starscream taking on a Japanese inspiration where Optimus Prime is after a samurai and Starscream is after a yokai tengu kind of look. And next slide, please. Yep, here we go. So Optimus turns into an oxen cart. I'm very proud of that one. Worked with Kunihiro-san on these and they turned out fantastic. And Starscream turns into a bird. Just because falconry was very popular among samurai warlords back then. So we thought that made a lot of sense. Next slide, please. So, the big reveal right now is that we are showing off Bumblebee and Megatron. So, from these images, you're probably like, what? So Bumblebee actually turns into a Musasabi, which is a Japanese giant flying squirrel, and Megatron will be a boar. So, the Japanese giant flying squirrels are everywhere.
Yeah, makes sense.
Next slide, please.
Perfect sense.
Really? Oh. Okay. So, Bumblebee takes on inspirations of like Ninja because he is a scout, and we wanted to really play into that. And Megatron takes on a lot of inspirations from like Japanese Oni, just because he is the big bad. So we wanted to bring in a lot of like those demonic elements. So Megatron's arm cannon actually can turn into a Kanabo, which is like the giant mace, like heavy battering weapon that a lot of Oni are shown with. And it's also styled after an Odetsu, which was like a samurai flintlock cannon that was huge. So we wanted to make sure to get a lot of those inspirations in there. And yeah, Bumblebee comes with a kunai and like a little samurai katana. So, and I believe, next slide please, because we show off the alt modes. Yep. Okay. So yeah, here you go. You can see the boar mode for Megatron. Yeah, we picked a boar because boars were essentially menaces for a lot of like the Japanese farming community back then. So it felt like something, and it also like a boar versus the ox felt like a good imagery. And Bumblebee turning into the flying squirrel, he can actually rearrange his wings as well, so he can land and also fly. So we wanted to have some fun with that. And okay, I believe that's it. Next slide, please. I think I'm done. Yes, thank you all.
Hey guys, I can't read the chat.
I believe you're a no notes person.
Yeah, I don't believe in notes. And Team Marvel also. Next slide, please. Marvel Legends series. Team Marvel also doesn't believe in recaps because you guys know what's already out there. We're just going to keep this short since these people like to talk a lot. I'm going to save us some time.
It went so fast.
Be the adult up here and try to get us back on track.
Oh,
So-
fight and talk.
Yeah. Star Wars, this guy. Anyways, okay, so in New York, we debuted 2 new Spider characters from the upcoming retro wave. We showed Cardiac, first time ever in the line. We brought a cardiologist to the anti-heroes, kind of vigilante characters, which is pretty cool. A lot of people seemed excited about that, and we did a super articulated Spider-Man 2099. So, to go along with that, we are going to dive into a crime boss from New York that has never had an action figure. So next slide, please. Or there you go. I told you, we don't mess around. I just move and go on. We have Leland Owlsley here, the Owl. He is a absolutely disgusting human with
Marvel's
some
Owl, just in case you
amazingly
mistake him for another
horrifying facial hair that reminds me of a coworker we used to have, which half of the people up here will know my reference, and that's not very nice, so I'll just move on after that. But he comes with a little pet owl, because he is called the Owl, of course, and he's got lots of layers of overcoats, because New York gets pretty gross and cold. So there you go. We have Leland Owlsley as our first modern take of the character. Next slide, please. Here's a deep cut for super fans. Hypno Hustler. We are not afraid to do weird things in Marvel. We always save about a dozen slots every year to do something that you guys won't be expecting and never see coming. And Hypno Hustler here with his hypnotic gas boots. Yep, that's right.
That's batshit. I love it.
And his guitar and hypno goggles, amazing hair, and I don't really know much else to say about this. I mean,
It's
Hypno
amazing.
Hustler. This was your first Marvel figure.
You need some foot powder.
With foot powder. Yeah, we could all use some extra foot powder after standing all week. Next slide. Here we have Spider-Venom. He has a new look of a new character in the comic books. Came out maybe a year ago-ish. So this version has 2 masked and unmasked likenesses. He's got a large chain effect because this Spider-Man likes chains. Who am I to judge? We Spider-Man, all black, all white, cool new likeness, some of the symbiote creep is coming up over his neck, and a cool new accessory. And as with the rest of our team, these will all be on display down in the booth. This morning we added in the first 2, the other 4 are going in there, and that was 1, 2, 3. We have 1 more spider hybrid character, so next slide please.
He shoots chains. I don't know if he shoots chains.
Sounds
Like
uncomfortable.
swinging on chains. I don't know how he would swing on a chain. I think he'd have to carry it with him, which seems weird. But I'm not the Marvel creators. My job is just to translate them into plastic. So that gives me a little bit of
You
a...
do a wonderful job at it, too.
Appreciate that. What we have here is Uncanny Spider-Man. So a little X-universe creeping into the Spider-Verse. This is Nightcrawler in his spider costume. He comes with the saber. We teased the BAMF effect. The Marvel Legends teams likes to give you guys his teases every live stream and at the panels to give you something to think about and pontificate. So this is Kurt in a really, really killer black and red costume with alternate hands and a BAMF effect. Okay, so that wraps up Spider-Man Retro Wave. With this tilting towards X-Verse, we wanted to bring you 1 X character, and I have been waiting almost 20 years to make up for a horrible thing that I put on you guys a long time ago. So next slide, please.
Oh,
We are bringing back Diamond Emma Frost. It was one of the very first exclusives we did way back in 2007. I am old, and it was no bueno. It did not come out the way we wanted it to. So this version of Emma, inspired by the body from the astonishing Emma of a couple years ago, we gave her an alternate likeness from the Walgreens exclusive. We gave her some mutant pathogen research binders. She's got a danger room training manual, and she looks absolutely beautiful and wonderful, and she will be down in the booth shortly. Thank you. Actually, it's astonishing, not amazing, but thank you. Yeah.
yeah, that's the astonishing body.
I want to hear your commentary.
Sorry. I'm just saying she looks astonishing. But I love the hair, the subtle difference in the hair color on her. It's really cool.
Yeah, she turned out really awesome, and a tip of the hat to Mr. David Nakayama, friend of the team. He does a lot of our illustrations, a really, really popular Marvel illustrator. He does all the illustrations for us for the X-Men retro cards, and his card art really brings that classic Toy Biz inspired packaging to life, better than ever. We absolutely love it. So that is all for the new X-Men, but we have a redeco X-Men item to show you, piggybacking on something we did a year ago. So next slide, please. Oh, we have a little more photos of her, because Dwight doesn't do his homework and doesn't actually look at the deck before I sit down. So next slide, please. There we go.
My word.
A couple years ago, we did a Konami-inspired Sentinel from the video game in the 90s. We did the traditional pink and purple, thank you, colorway. But in the game, there was lots of different colors. So thank you. So next slide, please. We are bringing that back with a couple of new colorways. So if you like army building, if you like Sentinels, you can get some more awesome 7-inch ones, the green and purple and the burgundy red and blue alternate variants for the Sentinels. And that is, we do have another slide. Yes, next slide, please. Oh, that too. Oh, before that. Okay, so here, you still got a rock and some blasters and pew-pews and hands. Next slide. Okay, this is probably something that I should have done better work for, because this is actually the last slide. And I don't know if Dan is trolling me, because his notes say Apocalypse. If you guys haven't seen Apocalypse yet, please come to the booth. That's our pre-order for the weekend. It's a massive 12-inch figure of Apocalypse based on X-Men 97. We love him. We think he looks awesome. It comes with tons of pieces. He is also a pre-order, not a HasLab. And we always bring something to leave you with. Was it New York? We showed the first tease, which was a tiny little yellow rocket ×6. So I made a deal with anyone who can come to me first and tell me what that item is. I will give them whatever exclusive we have on hand. So if anyone can figure out what it is, come to me, give me your guess. If you're right, I will give you a Super Skrull action figure this weekend. You are off the list because you already said Big Wheel, which was just ridiculous. But that doesn't mean I don't love you. I'm just saying, wow, deep cut. So 6 little yellow rockets, and the tease that we brought is in the booth because I'm a moron. But it is a triple blast fire effect. The little rockets will snap onto the ends of the fire effect. So it is quite large, around 6 inches in length. It has 3 blast fire tubes. The yellow rockets plug onto that. I will show you in the booth what it is, so think about it, come by, check it out, and the final piece of the tease for this item will be at Luca next week, and if I'm doing better, I will have it on hand, because I'm old, and, things, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, we
So,
do the collective brand.
yes. So thank you, London, for coming out with us this weekend. It's been a blast for me to be here. It's my second time. You guys have absolutely been wonderful, and I hope to see you guys again. But Star Wars.
And then I'll recap all of the pre-order dates and information at the end of the panel, because Steve Evans and Brandon did our deck for Star Wars, and they included all of that information helpfully after each figure, but I didn't check the rest of them. So I will do it by voice, and then you'll see the recaps on Hasbro Pulse socials as well. All right, Chris,
All right.
10 minutes, go.
10 minutes. All right, well, Star Wars.
So it sounds like there's a couple people here for some of this stuff. So we'll just jump right in. First up, next slide, we'll move on to Star Wars Vintage Collection. And we've got a really cool reveal for you guys here. Next slide, we'll just go straight to it. Come here. So, character that's been missing, we did some really cool Jedi. They're down in a case. Now they have somebody to poke them with 2 different lengths of lightsaber. You can see the soft goods here. The team did a great job integrating the soft goods. Great articulation into those giant
Is that
pants.
the dude from that Disney
Um,
Plus show?
Stands really well, and for the size
who
of
that
his
is.
legs on a 3 3/4 figure, he has some amazing articulation. Just executed really well. On his arm there, his left arm, you can see he's got that gauntlet going on too. So lots of great detail. The cool helmet. If we go to the next slide, you can see he also comes with the regular head, so you can pull the soft goods off, get 2 looks for the character here.
Oh yeah, the athlete.
They're really cool. Great card back as usual on Vintage. It's always so important to really nail those guys down. So that's a great one. Our next reveal, if we go on to the next slide, you guys have seen this figure before, but now on its own card, a single carded version of Vader here. So Emperor's Wrath, Darth Vader. So great card back
He
image.
used to have a
really
really
cool
shiny
scene.
helmet.
The behind the scenes on this is great. Seeing the X-rays where they went in and painted in metal plates and craziness on Vader, it's really cool. Let's see, so that's that. Again, like you can see on this, we've talked about it before, but you can get a sense of that skull mold inside the transparent helmet. Really cool effect, and when you add all the lightning effects around him, it looks like
Just cost reduced him and removed the hand.
yeah. Well, that's an option.
He
You
looks like it
actually
hurts,
Get,
you
you
know?
get a non-hand and a hand. So we actually added cost to him to take his hand off. Next up, we can go on to the next slide. Our first figure from this series. You will not be the last, but you get a look at the card back there for Maul from Maul Shadow Lord. I know that show, there's not a lot of info out there on it right now, but it's looking phenomenal. I'm super excited for the show. The character has some great story elements, and this will be a great dive in. So I wanted to give you guys the first look at the figure here. It's essentially a pack refresh of our Maul we've done before, but onto that Maul card back. So getting him back out, but in time to anchor the other figures that will be coming for Maul. And notice on his card back, it's not Darth Maul, because he's not a Darth anymore. Now it's just Maul. So it's a fun card to just have that little bit of data. So if we go to the next slide, these 3 reveals today are joining Padme and Shakti as part of the first mainline wave for Vintage in 2026. The full wave will pre-order Tuesday, October 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and whatever time that translates to, it says here in my notes, 6 p.m. here in the UK. Time changes, I don't know what that does to us. I don't know what that does to my body, let alone pre-orders. So, all right, so that's it for Vintage. Again, like everybody else, we'll have those down in the booth. Come down, play with them. We can get them out of the case. You guys can touch and feel and have all the fun you want. Well, maybe not all the fun you want.
Slow down there, buddy.
Yeah. All right, this is a license brand. This is not a joke.
behavior.
All right.
Galaxy.
Yeah, it's a far, far away place. All right, next slide, and we'll move into retro or Black Series. Let's move into Black Series. They reordered things on me. That's fun. All right, so Black Series. Let's go to the next slide and see what it is together. Oh, we showed these in New York as a tease of more figures that were coming. So if we move to the next slide, in New York, we revealed Kyle Katarn in Black Series. Amazing figure. He's been in the case downstairs for the past couple days. Really cool. So you saw the different blade effects. All the figures come with the regular blade plus the swoosh effect. Kyle's the first of those. We move on. We've got some cool photos of Kyle for more detail. So great look at him here in those accessories. So he's got his blaster, obviously, the lightsaber handle, and the swoosh. But he is not the last of those figures in that wave. We're going to move on and check off the next blade from the list. So next slide. And it is Jedi Master Dooku from Tales of the Jedi. So really cool
Nicolas
interpretation
Cage.
of that character here. So you see him there next to Mace. If we move on to the next slide, you can see his other accessories that come with him.
That Mace Windu face looks pretty decent.
So here we've got him with the blue swoosh. He actually comes with an alt head, so you have the beard or no beard version of the character from the show, because he changes throughout the show. So yeah, great new addition and a cool alt for this character that everybody knows from the prequels. But Tales of the Jedi really introduced a lot more depth to him and that look and crazy new outfit. So. All right, we can move on to the next reveal in the line and check off our next swoosh blade, and that is the Seventh Sister Inquisitor. So another great figure here in all the great articulation of Black Series. I'm emotional. It's okay. This is my first Black Series figure. Excuse me. All right, so Seventh Sister. Again, like just an example of some of the fun photography the team gets to do. Matt in our photo studio, like always knocking it out of the park with fun stuff. Give him a quick brief, throw him a couple figures, and if he doesn't break them, you'll get a great photo like this. So we can move on to the next slide and take a look at
To
her and all
clarify,
of her accessories.
they're prototypes when they are photographed, not final products, and so they are delicate. And if you are taking pictures of your final sturdy toys, they will not break.
They won't break. Yes, no.
Yes, thank you.
And unless maybe you give them to Matt. Matt's really good.
Matt,
at
our
breaking
photographer, has mittens for hands.
Very strong
He's
hands.
super talented, but he can't handle anything as if he's not a hill giant. So he just crushes every prototype he has ever touched.
It's normally we call that marketing hands, but it's
But he's so kind. He comes back as this little broken man, like, I'm so sorry.
here's the pieces of your
Like, not my problem. Hey, model services, please fix.
Tony fix this. So there. What?
One more reveal for you after this.
Yes. So we've got all her blades, regular and normal. She's got her little side, her droid that flies along with her. Her hat's removable. She's got the mask. So all the cool looks for her going on. Very fun. And after this, one more to check off another blade. So next slide. This one's a really cool expanded universe. Quinlan Voss coming to Black Series. So fun addition and a great likeness on this figure. If we go to the next slide, we can see him and all of his accessories. So again, the swoosh, this whole wave, everybody gets swoosh effects. So the team managed to get all those in and figure out a way to do that. So cool addition, and really, I think you saw they're all different sizes, different widths, and all moving through that. Next slide, and we can tell you where these are all coming. So all 4 figures are part of our first Black Series fan channel and Amazon wave for 2026. The full wave will pre-order Tuesday, October 28th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time in the US, or 6 p.m. or whatever that is at the day here. All right, next slide.
Chris, if it's okay with you, I will speed run us through Tron, and then I apologize if I accidentally missed anything when I finalized the deck at 2 a.m. last night. If we did miss anything in terms of reveals, we'll make sure it's added to the deck for Luca.
It's a retro one. I will show you downstairs if you want to see the retro one.
Great, Chris has a
So-
surprise for you in the booth. Come and see him after our panel's over. How's that? Excellent. All right, so next slide, if you wouldn't mind. Just a quick recap. That's right, we have oh no, is the video gonna play? Oh no, it's just loading. No, we don't have time for a video.
Guys, quick
It's been
reminder,
very
I can't
exciting.
see the
Great
chat.
news, in case you have missed it, we are currently funding our 3 3/4 scale Tron Heroes of the Grid HasLab. Next slide, please. There we go. So just in case, these Tron items are on display in the booth downstairs. As a reminder, this campaign launched earlier this month. Campaign backing is going to end on November 24th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. We need 10,000 backers in order to bring this into production. Comes with 5 figures, 2 light cycles, trail effects, a light up base. It is everything you need to celebrate your love of the 1980s Tron movie, so make sure you come down and check that out in the booth. We also have a sneak peek of our upcoming 6-inch scale figures for Tron Legacy. Come and see Cora. She was just approved from a sculpt perspective, and so she's downstairs for the first time. People have been really excited to see her. Absolutely gorgeous. All of the figures look amazing. More details to come on those Tron Legacy figures later, but make sure that you are going to Hasbro Pulse, where these are exclusive product offerings. With that in mind, since I have 37 seconds left, I am going to just absolutely speed run through a quick pre-order recap for us. So every brand gets a different day. So upcoming first on October 27th at 1 p.m. Eastern time and whatever 6 p.m.-ish local time that will be. We have basically everything we've revealed on Transformers for the last like 3 weeks. So Big Convoy, Razor Claw, Amalgamus Prime, Brawl, Wreck-Gar, Quintus Prime, Sure Shot, Blastoff, Quick Strike, and Jalopy will all be pre-ordering on 10/27. Delightful. Next up on 10/28, that's Star Wars Day. So everything that you saw in that presentation, that's going to be on 10/28, same time period. And then 10/29, that day belongs to Marvel. So get your retro Spider-Man wave on 10/29. And then G.I. Joe will be on 11/4. Make sure that you are going and grabbing these items for pre-order on HasbroPulse.com or wherever fine toys are sold. And stay tuned for more exciting new news. We'll do recaps of these on social. You'll see us kind of tracking on socials over the weekend.
Quick
And
reminder,
we will
guys,
see
I
you
can't
guys
see the
next week
chat.
for even more product reveals at Luca Comics and Games. Anything else that anybody wants to say? We thought we were going to have time for a Q&A.
Yeah, thanks. The retro reveal is CZ3 is coming to retro as part of more additional stuff. I have a picture I can show you when you come to the.
Perfect. Thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you, guys. Oh, sorry, Dwight.
No, I just wanted, like I said, thank all you guys
Yeah.
for coming out. Thank you for all the support for all these years. We can't do this without you guys. We appreciate you guys loving what we do, telling us when we're killing it, telling us when we killed the figure, so we can improve about what we do. And we love you guys. Come visit us in the States. Find a convention and come on onto our side of the pond, and we'd love to see you over there as well. So thanks for being
We'll
here.
be here all weekend. Come
Yeah.
and check us out at S1300
Sure.
and come and see some cool figures. We've got an in-booth store, in-stand store. You can grab our convention exclusives here, a selection of early out. And we, again, appreciate you all. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous rest of your show.
Thank you.